Check, check. Hey.
Hey. All right. Do you want to kick off with a welcome?
Sure.
Who the heck are you? Why are we here? Why we love you?
Okay. Hey, welcome everybody. My name is Joff. I'm one of the owners of Five Star Guitars. We're very excited to have you all here. It's a real honor for us to be hosting Music Portland's monthly event, and especially this one because we're featuring some local manufacturing. Everybody that's represented here is a company that we do a lot of business with, and that we really, it's easy to get behind because one, the products are good, and these are our friends and neighbors as well. And it's meaningful to us to highlight some of the great products, the great manufacturing, and the great innovation from right here in Portland, from right here in Oregon, and in the greater Northwest. So I would just like to say, briefly, we are locally owned and operated. We do lessons and a lot of repairs for instruments and amplifiers. We just picked up the first Plex station, so if you're interested in some fret work on your guitar or bass or any sort of fretted instrument, let me know. I'm happy to talk about it. And then also, let's see, who else do we thank? Well, you guys for coming out. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Renee and Mara from Music Portland. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Joff. Thanks for having us tonight. This is such a beautiful space, and I have not been in it until today. So, Jeff, I'm sure Joff would be happy to give you a tour if you wanted, because he did for me, and it was pretty awesome. So, okay. I have a quick announcement. We just have a couple of quick announcements, but we're gonna just make this about the gear makers tonight. But one thing that we've been putting in our newsletters recently, and is kind of an urgent call to action if y'all haven't heard about it, is that Portland Community College has decided to shut down their music and sonic arts program. This is, yeah. So this is like one of the few, and it is the most accessible like workforce development programs for the music industry. It is affordable. It is a lot of students that would not be able to get into the music industry. This is their pipeline to come from high school and to go to PSU if they want to complete a full degree, but they can get an associate's degree or a one-year certificate there. And it's one of the most unique like commercial music programs. It's not just about how to play. It's how to like actually become skilled in the industry and to actually do audio engineering if you want to do that, or they have a strong program for that. Please check it out. What we're doing is we sent out a survey in our most recent newsletter if you're on the list. And if you are, and I can always like send it to you if you come up to me as well too. So if you're an employer in the music industry, if you are a music professional at all, or if you are a music stakeholder in any way, we want to hear from you. Say that you are willing to hire somebody with an associate's degree from Portland's Music, Sonic, and Arts program. That is what they want to hear, because somehow the administration thinks that the degree part of things is really important and that you don't need a degree to be in music. And that's, you know what, it's just not true. Like if you have the degree, it's definitely more marketable. And so please talk to me if you don't have the survey link, and please fill that out. They have till just the 12th to appeal this decision. So thanks so much. I'm going to let Mara further welcome us and talk a little bit more, and then we'll get started here.
Hey, y'all. Hear it for Renee. So I'm going to keep it short, too, believe it or not. Couple of things. Weekend before last, we had our Cascadia Music Summit. We are co-founders of the Cascadia Music Collective, which is a joining together of Alaska, Washington, Idaho, and Oregon music advocates to create a more cohesive and mutually supportive music ecology. The way music is working nationally doesn't work It doesn't work for artists. It doesn't work for small businesses. It doesn't work for small venues. So as a region, we're trying to really look at this and say, how can we do it better? How can we create shared resources, accessible resources, connect smaller communities with each other, build better touring optimization, so you don't have to either play locally or go on a national tour, that you can actually survive and create a sustainable career by touring within a region that's well supported. So keep an eye out for Cascadia Music Collective. We're going to be coming out with more and more information about it, and we hope everybody will be part of it, and we'll start to network with people across the region. Other things that are happening in policy, you guys, some of you I'm thrilled to see, know about the 14830 Title 18 challenge at the city level. We're hopefully very, very close to repealing a duplicating and contradictory noise code that even though we have a nationally recognized noise code in Title 18, there's a different one that the police use, and they can say, I don't care if you're compliant with your variance, I don't care if you're under the noise level they said, I don't like the music, and can shut things down. So we're trying to stop that. It's bad policy, and it's applied in a systemically racist way. Other things that are happening, we have a nationally precedent-setting bill currently at the State House in House Bill 3167. It's moved out of committee. It's gone to Ways and Means. It is specifically to stop ticket resellers and bots that are really destroying a lot of the music sector. Even in Cascadia, you hear people talking nationally about how music has gotten so expensive. I can't go see live music because it's too expensive. I looked today at, the Low Bar Chorale, which is a local community event where they get together and a band plays and the whole crowd sings, David Bowie songs. It costs $10 to go to. It was available on StubHub for $176. They buy up tickets, which mean the house isn't full. They sell them for too much money, and if they don't sell them, they don't matter. So if you're an artist, the house isn't full, even though all the tickets are sold. You lock other people out. It's just bad news. Right now, we got it through the House to the Ways and Means Committee, and StubHub and Seat Guru and all of them, they're flying in. This is a national precedent-setting rule that they're trying to jury rig it at the end and add an amendment before it goes to the Senate. Please keep an eye out. If we send out a note, act on it. Send a note immediately. This is going to, by Saturday, it's going to be decided, and there's no reason with us standing together we can't intercept it. Is everybody here getting the newsletter? I know some of you are following us on social. If you are not getting our newsletter, you're not getting the full meaty bits. And the meaty bits are the best bits. Sorry, vegetarians in the room. But no, there's a lot going on, a lot of really exciting stuff, and more, particularly in these really, really hard times when we have to be supporting these local manufacturers. They're in the eye of the storm on this federal garbage that's going on with tariffs. So really make sure that you are supporting local, that you're going out to see live music. Standing together, we can weather almost anything. Divided, we don't. I'm going to welcome up now some of our who wants to go first of these? Gil, do you want to go first? I know, look, he was settling back. He's like, I'm not. We're going to do just a quick roundup with each of the manufacturers, kind of giving a little brief story, and then we're going to finish up with Kate Merrill here from Prosper, who I've known in a variety of incarnations, but I'm thrilled to have her now in a position at Prosper where she can actually pay attention and actually help us in this sector. Gil, you want to give a little quick origin story? Okay, I'm going to walk to you. How about this? I love this microphone.
Hi, I'm Gil with Divine Noise. Where to start? We've been a company for 16 years now. We're out of Foster Powell neighborhood in southeast Portland. I make every single cable. Whether you see it here at 5 Star, whether you see it on stage with Wilco or one of the many artists we use or that use our stuff, I make every single one. And the company's usually my wife and I, but my wife's in Norway, and she kind of just escaped having to come, because usually she would do the talking, because I'm not a talker, really. Oh, well, thank you. She's much better at this stuff than I am. But, I designed this cable roughly 16 years ago. I had it made, and for the longest time, it only came in black because we didn't have enough money to do another color because there are minimums you have to meet, and it costs thousands of dollars to make a color. So whenever someone comes up to me and is like, "Oh, you should do green," it's like, I don't have $10,000 to come up to get you green. So it's a lot. It takes a lot of money to come up with the color. So we, for the longest time, we had black only, and then we slowly, as the years went on, we got more and more. All of the insides are exactly the same in our instrument cables.
What made you want to do this?
Well, I was a touring guitar tech for about 15 years, and I saw night after night crappy cables, and I knew there was a better way. And I once worked for a band that at the end of the show, they would literally break all their instruments, and I'd seen a cable with just the plug ripped off. When I went to plug it in, there was nothing there. So my goal from that point on was to outsmart them and to come up with a better way for cables that they can't break. And after a while, I figured it out, and just trial and error, and they weren't breaking my cables. I just kind of refined the process, and I saw that there was a need for this. I mean, in 2008, 2009, the cables weren't that great then. I saw a hole in the market. I wanted to stop touring, so I started this business. And at first, it was kind of I was doing both for about a year or two, and then we just grew rapidly, started getting dealers, and lots of bands started wanting to use our stuff, and here we are 16 years later.
Awesome.
And yeah, thanks. Oh, thank God.
Thanks, Gil. I think we're going to go over to Ian Pender over here.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah, my name's Ian. I'm also really not a talker, so I'm going to keep this brief. I've got Gabe here for moral support. I've been building acoustic guitars for, better? Building acoustic guitars for, I think, just about 18 years, winding pickups for a little over 10, and I actually, Gabe and I run the repair department here. I've been doing the repairs here for 13 years. Doing a lot of repairs. I kind of see all the different ways in which things kind of break and stop working, and so I kind of try to let that inform the way I build stuff. So like the acoustic guitars here are pretty kind of vintagey, kind of classic looking, but they have some modern appointments that aren't immediately apparent. They all have bolt-on necks and bolt-on necks and removable truss rods, so they're easy to service. I don't know. What else do I do?
I don't know. You want me to say some stuff on your behalf? Okay, I'll talk on Ian's behalf a little bit. I'll be his mouth of Sauron, if you will. So one thing, I've been here. Well, it's been over a year, maybe a year and a half. When I got hired, I've been in Portland for 10 years now. 10 years this month. And when I first got hired here, sitting down with the interview process with Ian and Joff, it's like I wasn't sure exactly what their deal was and what the deal of the shop was completely, but working with Ian pretty quickly, I kind of understood that, Ian tends to at times sort of downplay his ability and his genius. But geniuses come in every different way and shape, and so the things that he puts together and the things that he comes up with and he builds, it's really inspiring because, A lot of builders out there will build instruments only for the player or only for the aesthetic in mind. But Ian tends to build stuff not only for them, but also for the repair people and the builders who will either fix or need to maintenance. And sometimes that's something that you don't really think about. But he also likes to do crazy things. For example, the Dumbucker. If you haven't seen it, you should come and check it out. No, I will answer a couple of questions that are usually the ones that people ask. Yes, it is one pickup. It is not 3 separate pickups. 2, yes, it's loud. 3, yes, it's heavy. And 4, yes, it is very difficult to install into a guitar. But we will do that for you. And it is incredible. And it is, at first, we thought, wow, this is really dumb, and this sounds really amazing, but nobody's going to want this. And then Ian decided, you know what? What would happen if we coil split this? And he did that. He made it 4-conductor, and then suddenly it became a viable option for some guitar players out there to actually be able to use on stage. And it's pretty incredible. Everything that he puts together, he constantly inspires me every day. And there's just a plethora of interesting things going on over here between his pickups, his acoustic builds, his brand new electric build that he just put together, all Portland made, all made in the back there, on our spare time. And it's pretty amazing to witness. And he is a great builder, and you should buy things from him.
Thank you. That was Ian Pender. All right, I guess I'm just going around here. Audix?
All right, my name's Chris. I'm with Audix. So Audix has been in building microphones since 1984. Actually, the first release was in 1985. The company started with 2 friends that, if I remember the story correctly, one was doing vending machines and in a traveling band, and the other one had an accounting degree and was selling sailboats. And they decided, hey, let's make a microphone. And that's where it all started, the passion. The passion just started at that point. And they relocated from Santa Rosa, California to Wilsonville in 1990, rented a facility. But in 1997, they bought a facility in Wilsonville and been there ever since. So we have a 78,000 square foot facility in Wilsonville, and we do R&D. We have a machining center, so we do everything. Small amounts of plastic injection molding. We punch and bend metal. We have a full machining center, high-speed lathes, CNC machines, manual mills. We make some of our own tooling. We do all of that stuff. We have a complete circuit board line. So we make all of our own electronic circuits, populate the boards, high-speed capability to do all that. And we have our center of innovation and R&D that we do in our facility there. And basically, we're distributing globally around the world from Wilsonville.
Thank you, Audix. And we have one more for tonight. Take us out.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Christopher Benson. I'd like to take a moment to sing Happy Birthday to Gil, if we have time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gil. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Gil. Hi, I'm Christopher Benson. I started Benson Amps here in Portland, and I've known the 5-Star guys since I started. I used to do amp repair for them way back in the day, so I guess I should tell the story. I was started as a musician in Seattle and kind of slowly got into building amps when I was there. I worked under a builder named Ben Vrelin, kind of designed some of my own stuff. Some rich guy heard it, decided it was good, and wanted to help me start a company, which was cool of him. And then I moved to Portland, started the company, and worked at Old Town Music and 5-Star. doing amp repair while my business was getting off the ground, and a bunch of indie bands started using it. I think the first amp I built under the Benson name went out with the Shins in like a long time ago. And so it's kind of slowly built into an actual company, and I quit all of my repair duties in 2015, got a shop, and then moved shops a few times, hired a bunch of people. And today, I think we have 20 employees between 3 locations, and we make a bunch of guitar amps and pedals made by musicians here in Portland. So, yeah, and appreciate Music Portland for having us out, and 5-star.
So I will just say, you can see that this place is kind of an epicenter for a lot of people's origin stories, which is fantastic. And if not their origin, then soon after. And I will say that this place has once or twice been called the best music retailer in America. Is it twice?
In the world.
In the world.
Yeah. Just one time, but the world.
In the world. Come on, give it up. No, they're really, really incredible people. Now I'm going to introduce Kate Merrill of Prosper, who I'm very excited to have in the mix.
Hi, all. Thanks for having me. My name is Kate Merrill. I am the Metals and Machinery Industry Liaison for Prosper Portland, which is the economic development agency for the city of Portland. I have been there for a very short time, actually, about 6 or 7 months now. And actually, I was in a rock band here in Portland in the 90s. So coming back to here feels great. I came to Prosper because I used to run the business organization for Central East Side, where we have a lot of great creatives over there as well. And, I am part of the business advancement team. So we really focus on helping businesses grow and businesses in the traded sector. So any business that has sales outside of Oregon. We partner a lot with Business Oregon on helping businesses get new partners overseas. We help by building a great network here, helping you find suppliers, and then just creating networking opportunities, getting to know other people in your industry. And any other ways that we can help too, we help navigate permitting, which sometimes we hear has been an issue. We just started an Office of Small Business at Prosper Portland as well, so they're also there to help back us up and help small businesses thrive in Portland. And I think that overall is what we want to do, is help you all thrive and continue. And we have a survey that we're pushing out together to really get feedback from folks in the industry about how we can help you. And I'm going to be, from that information, I'm going to be developing an action plan for how we are helping over the next couple of years and what kind of program we can offer. So please fill it out. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. And I know that a lot of you know other makers, so it's hard sometimes to get makers out of their workshops. But this is a moment when we do need to lift our heads up and think about what we need. Kate is ready and wanting to know, and if we don't speak up, we don't get anything. So let's please all help to kind of proselytize and spread the word and make sure that people are standing and making our needs known, because it's super exciting. One last closing comment, I believe, from our own David Angris.
It's up to you to close it, but yeah. Hi, my name is David Angris. I am one of those cliche Californians who moved north. Please don't hold it against me, but my wife and I are originally San Franciscans, and I got into this business because through an accident of birth, I grew up in San Francisco in the 60s, and there was a thing going on there, and kind of fell into it. And my world is primarily the pro audio business, although I've been guitar adjacent for decades at this point. And the reason I asked Mary if I could talk for a minute is, being from out of state originally, I don't know if all of you who are local know just how good you've got it here. What I noticed when I got here is not just in the music business, but in every business, there's this aesthetic in Portland of craftsmanship. doing things really, really well because it comes out of passion. Chris, you mentioned the beginning of your company was passion. I know that Chris was also passionate. We heard the cable story and the guitar story. This is very, very unusual. It doesn't happen other places. And my message is don't take it for granted. I met Mara 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that, at one of these kinds of events. And she's a force of nature. You wouldn't have Music Portland without her. And she's done a tremendous amount of good to bring the industry together and work with government, sometimes fight government, make sure that big conglomerates don't take over what is a local industry here. And I think that needs to be supported. I immediately joined Music Portland. I'm personally a supporter. I'm still in this business. I lead a company that's, in California, but I live here. And it's important to me to support the local business, even though I'm, leading a company that does things in professional audio in Southern California and around the world, and I travel on business around the world a lot. I don't find this spirit and this level of passion and caring about the products anywhere else. This is my favorite retail shop. And I used to be involved in leading a chain of retail shops you guys have probably heard of that I won't give a shout out to because you know who they are. But this has got the magic that those stores don't have. So support your local music store and continue to support each other by going out and listening to live music and joining together to do the things that are required in order to get government to listen. It's important. Thanks for listening to me.
All right, yeah, chat it up. There's some more drinks in here. Thank you so much for coming. I mean, this is amazing. And what you doing?
I was just going to say, if you haven't demo stuff yet, we're here till 9.
This is mingle. This is the
Mingle, don't be shy about the drinks.
Thank you. Thank you.